Hey everyone, welcome to today's art video. I'm doing another landscape today. I mentioned last week that I would try to do a watercolor today, but that just didn't happen. Obviously, I'm doing another digital one. My normal filming area is a little bit occupied right now, so yeah, you'll see why for the DIY video this week. Anyway, I really wanted to do something in color today. I started by doing a sort of underpainting with a reddish tone. This is how I learned how to do oil paints, so sometimes I just kind of experiment with doing them when I work digitally. I think that sometimes it can look kind of neat when the underpainting color kind of peeks through a little bit, especially when you're doing like quick studies like this. I mean, this was supposed to be a quick study, but it ended up taking kind of all day. But anyway. I also use this opportunity to play around with more of the brushes that are in Procreate. Usually I just use one of the pencil sketching kind of brushes, and then maybe like the gouache brush or something like that for coloring. You'll see me flipping through a bunch of the different brushes and stuff. I was trying to find like a shortcut for how to do all the blades of grass and everything, because that can get pretty boring and monotonous when you're doing it with a single line. It took me a little while to kind of like get it to where I wanted it to be. You'll see when I start doing the grass, I felt like it looked a little too perfect. So then I end up going back with like a grungier brush and kind of rough it up a little bit. I feel like when the lines are a little too perfect and that's not the look you're going for, then the easy fix is just take like an eraser or a brush and go over it to make it look a little grungier. I'm still a little bit unhappy with like the flowers in the bottom, like the foreground, I guess. I feel like I put a lot more detail into like the mountain and stuff, and then when I got to the flowers, I was just kind of like over it and I didn't want to work on this anymore. I mean, I guess it is supposed to be like a study, so I kind of rushed them. It's really hard for me to like not go in and like really work on the details a lot, which is why working on this one ended up taking like hours instead of like a single hour like I initially wanted it to. Maybe I'll actually like set a timer for myself in the future when I do these landscape studies, and once I hit an hour mark, then I'm not allowed to work on it anymore or something. That might help me like get better at gauging, you know, how far I need to be in the drawing process at what point in time. In college we used to do that exercise where you draw something for like 10 minutes and then you draw the same thing in like 5 minutes and then 1 minute and then 10 seconds. And that's really supposed to help you figure out like what parts of the subject that you're drawing is like important in order to get it across on the paper. So like if I did this one in 10 seconds, then I would maybe like scribble in the mountain and maybe some of the trees if I could, and then I would do a bunch of like kind of quick horizontal lines to kind of depict like the different planes of the painting, I guess. Like there's the lake and then the grass that's like further back and then the grass that's in the front. And then I would try to just draw a bunch of circles to do the flowers. You know, it wouldn't be the prettiest drawing, but that's not the point of it. And I guess for me it's still hard to let go of that. That like drawing and painting studies don't need to be beautiful and like social media worthy. Social media worthy being like, of course, you know, on social media everybody tries to post like their best stuff because you want to show off your best work. I mean, of course people will post like their sketches and drawings and studies and stuff, but there are a lot of people who do post only finished works, and you never see their really ugly like sketches and studies and whatnot. So it just kind of seems like they just always draw that good. Whereas they probably have like hundreds of studies in between like each beautiful drawing. Anyway, I'm just kind of rambling now, so I'm gonna let this finish out with music.
Traveling from the deep forest into the sun.
And here it is, all finished. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you want to follow me on any of my social media, they'll be linked down below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later this week.